Now it's time to head into the studio to join Community Information Director Dave Byron for his discussion with the President and CEO of the Volusia Manufacturers Association, Jayne Fifer.
Well, thank you, Amber, and hi, everyone. Manufacturing is a vital component of Volusia's economy. A wide variety of products are made right here in Volusia County and shipped to domestic and foreign destinations throughout the world. And if you're looking for a good job, several manufacturers are seeking to find skilled positions. Today, we'll get an update on Volusia manufacturing. Our studio guest is Jayne Fifer. She's President and CEO of the Volusia Manufacturers Association. Jayne, nice to have you with us.
Nice to be here, Dave. Thank you.
Hey, before we get into some of the nuts and bolts that we want to talk about, let's talk a little bit about Volusia Manufacturers Association, which we commonly call VMA. Tell us about your association.
The VMA was founded in 1980, so it's a 32-year-old organization founded by manufacturers for the purpose of providing information, education, and networking opportunities to the local manufacturers.
So who can become a member of VMA?
Any manufacturer, and then associate members. Those are people that provide services. So it's somebody that makes something and then somebody that will provide a service to that. But 70% of the members are manufacturers.
And I know, because I see all of your information that comes out, you all do a wide variety of seminars and informational sessions and that sort of thing, kind of to help our manufacturers.
We do. Everything we do is to keep in mind we want them to grow their business. We want them to connect to the information that they need in order to go to the next level.
But when you look at manufacturing as a component of the county's economy, we have quite a few manufacturers.
Yes, we do. We've got over 400 manufacturers, and the reason that people don't see the manufacturing or they think that there is not manufacturing here is because most of the products that we make are put inside another project.
Right.
We do not have retail manufacturers. We have just a couple of those where you can go into the shop and say, oh, I'm going to buy that.
Right.
Say, for example, like the Fox mattress. You can go there, buy the mattress, and leave. But most other ones make parts that go into parts.
Give us, if you will, kind of a general thumbnail sketch of some of the manufacturers. Of course, you can't name all 400, but the diversity in the products that are made here in Volusia County is really somewhat surprising.
Very much so. We have company, for example, Hudson Technologies, and they make the containers that contain technology. So they will make a container that will go into a pacemaker. We have a lot of boating manufacturers.
Right.
And so then you have little spin-off companies that provide outsourced products that need to go into the boats. We have Teledyne Oil and Gas, which makes the underwater fiber optic connectors. Right. Huge company that their global headquarters is here right now, and we're instrumental in solving the Gulf oil spill. We have Spartan Electronics. They make the sonobuoys. I mean, we have companies that do things here that are on the global scene. For example, sonobuoys that Spartan makes actually they were able to find the black box when a plane goes down. So it's our products that actually do that.
And I think of a company, I think Thompson Pump.
Yes.
They make pump connections and pumps and that sort of thing, and I think they come into play globally, actually.
They actually do. They're actually working on the Panama Canal.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one of the things that I think is surprising is that one of the larger components, and perhaps maybe even the biggest component of manufacturers by type, is medical companies in Volusia County.
Yes, we do have quite a few medical companies, or a certain component of medical companies. We have Command Medical. They collect the liquids. They make bags that collect the liquids. We have Covidian that makes the syringes. We have like Hudson Technology I talked about. That's one component of what they do. Spartan is into the medical industry, and it is a big component of our manufacturers here. Well, do you know that the number is either 65 to 80% of all the parachutes that are produced in the entire world are produced here in DeLand?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Unless you live in this area, you don't realize that a lot of these companies that are at the DeLand airport are associated with the parachute industry, and I believe your manufacturer of the year recently was
Performance Designs.
Yeah, was a parachute manufacturer.
Absolutely. You know, there's like 32 companies that have to do with the parachute industry right here in DeLand.
Jayne, I want to just kind of focus a little bit on the economy for a minute. You know, obviously the economic times of the last 3, 4, 5 years were difficult across the country, and a number of our manufacturers clearly were affected by the downturn in the economy. But I'm starting to get the buzz, the feel that both nationally and locally, our manufacturers are really starting to come back up. What's your take?
The same as yours, Dave, very much so. In fact, we find ourselves in a situation where we can't find the skilled workers that we need in order to be able to fill the jobs that are available out there. Just in our own association, we were averaging around the years that were bad, from 2008, we would have about 138 members. Well, we're already up to 165, and we're only into July of this year. So you're seeing a definite increase. And something else that's going on is many of the manufacturers that have been producing their products offshore are bringing them back onshore.
Jayne, you said something just a minute ago that I wanted to go back to, and that is that you said that there were jobs available, you know, here in Volusia County offered by some of our manufacturers. What is the story there?
The story is people do not know that we have manufacturing, and because they don't know we have manufacturing, they don't think they should train themselves in manufacturing. If you take a look at our plants, you're going to see that it's an older population, 40 and above, that are working in the manufacturers, because young people think, well, we manufacture everything in China, so we don't have the skilled workers. We don't have the CNC operators. We don't have the engineers. We don't have the welders. We don't have the maintenance mechanics. We have just one of our companies here needed over 30 CNC operators.
Wow.
Now, it's not that our schools don't respond to that, because they certainly do. Daytona State College is running extra classes this summer in order to give people some basic skills, so at least it will help the manufacturers get where they need to be in order to be able to get their products out the door.
Well, didn't I see, speaking of that, with that CNC training, didn't I see that if people go through this training and complete the course, that they're guaranteed an interview?
Absolutely. They're actually interviewing right now as we speak at the Advanced Technology College.
So this would, I guess what I'm hearing you say is that there are jobs available, and B, if younger people are looking for a career, then getting into manufacturing and getting a skill set in some form of the manufacturing world is probably a good career path.
It is, very much.
And the wages themselves, Jayne, I know as we look at average annual wages, and obviously we all want to make more than the average wage, but if I'm not mistaken, manufacturers here typically pay higher than the average wage.
Just to round it off, our average wage is about $35,000 a year. The average wage in manufacturing is $42,000 a year.
Wow.
So the opportunities are pretty limitless as the kind of money that you can make in manufacturing.
So if I'm a young guy or a woman and I'm getting ready to go to college or whatever, where do I go? I mean, give me some fields that you think would be a good future.
A very good future would be in engineering, manufacturing engineering. If you don't want to go that long, production technology. You might, if you're very mechanical and you like to do things hands-on, you might want to consider being a tool and die maker. And these kinds of jobs take years to get the skill levels that you need, but you need to have the basics.
Right.
You can get a certification in manufacturing technology that could open the doors. You can become a CNC operator with, you know, they offer the introductory class. It takes some more training than just one class in order to be an effective CNC operator. And the interesting thing, and I think the important thing, is people may have the impression that manufacturing is the old smokestacks and you're schlepping parts in a box. No, it's highly skilled now. You have to be a computer. CNC means computer numerical programmer, controller. So you're actually controlling the machine, the computer that's going to get the parts made that you have to get made.
So you say people don't know about these jobs, don't know about manufacturing. I guess that's where you and your organization come in. What are you doing about this?
Well, we have quite a plan that we're putting in place this summer, and it's under the name of the Dream It, Do It, which is the state has just adopted Dream It, Do It. It's the National Association of Manufacturers effort, if you will, to funnel the 16 to 26-year-olds into jobs in manufacturing. But here's what we're doing. We have a poster project that we are working on with the Advanced Technology College, and our manufacturers are producing big 8x10 posters that we're going to put up there that are going to show the kinds of products that they make. They're going to show a little bit about the company, and then they're going to show all the careers that are available in that company, not just what's available now, because it's going to show the door to the future. Like, you could start here, and maybe you didn't know that manufacturing needs salespeople, and they need marketing people, and they need human resource division people, in addition to the CNCs and the engineers, and they need managers. So we want to be able to train the community that, yes, this is available here. And then we're going to have a manufacturing mentoring day in September, where we're going to bring students from the academies, our high school academies that focus on manufacturing. We're going to bring them out to our manufacturers. We're putting up a speakers bureau where our manufacturers are going to go into the schools and speak to our students to let them know that we're here. And then our manufacturers showcase, which is going to be in October this year, is going to be an event where we're inviting the academies that have to do with manufacturing, and there's going to be a competition. There's going to be a little project that each one of the schools is going to work on, and then we'll vote on who's the best. But anything to engage manufacturers with education to say, look, this is a viable future for you.
Jayne, if there are people out there, now that you've got them all excited, if there are people out there that want more information, perhaps want you to come talk to them or whatever, how do people get more information?
Well, you can call me at 386-673-0505, or you can go to our website and then you can send me an email. It's vmaonline.com.
Well, Jayne, I want to thank you very much for sharing the information with us today. Obviously, this is an important subject, and it's, I guess, a very a happy one in respect that our manufacturers are looking to provide people some decent jobs.
Yes.
Our guest today, Jayne Fifer, she's President and CEO of the Volusia Manufacturers Association. And with that, we'll go back to you, Amber.